Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Hello everyone. I am Waseem Anwar from Lahore, Pakistan. We are yet again back with an exciting interviews and informative series of interviews, starting with one of the most dynamic men in on passive. You all must have seen him on in webinars and events, especially in a technical session. I will must also discuss about those sessions with him. A man who possesses ample knowledge, carry a vision of bringing change in the lives of people. One thing I most like about him, he's very humble and always responds of any query very politely. We are lucky enough to get his learning and experiences. He's none other than Dr. Derrick Clark from USA. Hello, sir. We cordially welcome you are here, sir.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Sir Wasim, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much for inviting me here on this interview. I thank you very much.
It's honor for me. You are here. You gave me your precious time. I know you are very busy in your technical session and any other activity. So you gave me time. Your thank you. So let's start the session, sir. Sir, first of all, I want to know uh, is USA your original country, or are you belong from other country?
Yes, I'm from another country. My country of origin is actually Jamaica, in the Caribbean, not Jamaica, New York, but Jamaica from the Caribbean, the land of wood and water. Most people know Bob Marley, and that's actually where I'm originally from, born under the clock, as we say, which is Kingston, Jamaica. And then we moved to Portmore, St. Catherine, where I spent most of my years until I migrated to the US of A. First in New York, of course. Everyone wanted to go to New York. I was in Brooklyn for some years, then spent some time in Pennsylvania, and now I'm in Florida.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, would you like to introduce yourself? Where have you been working throughout this year? What is your expertise?
Okay. I first of all, I am not a medical doctor,
Okay.
so I cannot prescribe any medication for you. Cannot do any surgery. No, my doctorate is actually in technology. From the age of 7, actually, I had an acquirement for technology, something that I love and have grown to appreciate. And so due to the fact that I've known from a very formative year in my life, I recognize that I could not do anything else apart from technology. Although I did do other things, I was actually in the military for about 12 years, and also in the fire service for 12 years. I was, didn't go to Vietnam or, those lovely places. I actually went to Grenada. I did about 2 times in Grenada back in the 80s. And therefore, I actually have Armed Forces Expeditionary Medal for that tour. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Sir, as we all aware of the amount of founders we have in on passive right now, among all you, you have got the opportunity to witness the process of revolutionary company and how Mr. Ash is working tirelessly to practically implement his vision. We would like to know about your journey with on passive, including when and how did you join, how it has changed your personal and professional life.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Sir Wasim. Well, as I said, I'm always drawn to technology. But, I got my doctorate, as I said, in technology, specialized mostly in audio, visual. That's mostly my specialty. So I do mostly things like audio, video in churches, in schools, that sort of thing. And so when I read Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki back in the 90s, and also Cash Flow Quadrant, it allowed me to change my mindset. And so my mindset started to move from the job just over broke, actually, and onto a business mindset. And it's a different business mindset to have. And in order to get wealth, you have to have a business mindset, because only 5% of people actually become wealthy with a job. So it's not hard. Look at Jeff Bezos. He left a 7-figure income job as a senior vice president and went to start a business in his garage. And so since in the 90s, I've always been now drawn to business. I did a lot of MLM and all of those things that everybody get involved with online, make some good money. Yes, lost some good money also. But when a friend of mine who we exchange business ideas from time to time, he told me about On Passive, and that was in February of 2019. So just shortly after they started. So there was no video, there was no, none of those webinars and YouTube channel to go to. I think there was those 2 videos I heard Ash Mafari did, but I wasn't privy to them at the time. My friend told me about this wonderful company, didn't really have a name for it at that time, just told me that I need to sign up. It's $97. And I got in immediately that same night, and my journey has been a very good journey. Yes, COVID came in, and it caused me to lose my perspective to some degree. So I was a little bit inactive in the beginning of my journey. Because I had to deal with death of families, death of loved ones, etc. for the whole of 2020. And then in 2021, I think it was April actually, in 2021, I then became active, remembering that I did sign up with this company, and took me a few days to, find the email and get myself back together. And when I got myself back together in 2021, I was literally shocked to my wits, because Sir Wasim, I didn't know that this was the humongous giant of a company that I was really involved in back in 2019. It was phenomenal. And then when I heard the man himself, CEO Ash Mafari, the man spoke to my heart. And so I recognized that this was definitely a company. And you notice I'm not saying opportunity, because there's a difference. Opportunity is more relating to those MLM and so this is a company, a brick and mortar company, a stable company, a unicorn company even before it born. And so, when I see and hear this man spoke from his heart, a humble man, a humanitarian, a man that loved people, I really, really felt the passion that he was feeling, and knew that most definitely this is the only company that any person can get involved with, because it's a company with a heart, a company with love, a company that will restore humanity to the credibility that we needs to be. Thank you.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful story. Wonderful your journey. Every guest who came in my show has own story, and that's good. Okay, sir. How do you see on passive now? How is it going to impact the lives of founders, customers, and business all around the world?
Oh, mercy. Sir Wasim, this has been a journey thus far for me, and for 1.4 plus million. It has been a journey, because no other company has ever just opened the door for us to become founders. That's number one. A founder is a prestigious position, a position that is just really for the elite in our society today. And if you notice, most companies, if you check all of those big Fortune 500, companies, and even some little fly companies, you notice that is less than a handful of persons that are founders, because it is normally a prestigious position. And so therefore, for Ash Mufari to open up to everyone who believe, because you have to believe, into his dream, because this is Ash Mufari's dream. Let us understand that this company is Ash Mufari's dream. So all of us need to get our own dream of what we want to see happen with respective to where on passive is concerned. And so when you have so many founders in a company, which was normally, that position was normally for the elite, we recognize that this is a different, very different scenario that we are undertaking, that Ash Mufari is undertaking. And so where I see this company now, which of course it's already, as I said, a unicorn company. And for those of us who don't understand what a unicorn company is, a unicorn company is when a company is at the value of at least 1 billion US dollars. And normally companies start in the garage or in the basement or, you know, maybe at the college dorm or something like that. No, this company that Ash Mufari has been building for the past 3+ years, we have recognized that this company is a company that is starting at the top. Can you imagine? We are in the highest office in the world. We have the highest office spaces because we bought the whole floor, not just one office, but the entire floor of the Burj Khalifa. Can you imagine the Burj Khalifa in Dubai? And on passive has 2 floors in that building. That is an awesome feat for any company. A lot of companies trying to get into that building, but only Ash Mufari, you know. And so we just recognize that this company is unique. This company is precious with so many products that we are rolling out. And these are proprietary products, actually, that we are going to be rolling out very soon. And so when we come on the market and boom, and shockwave the internet market, yes, we are going to be producing a lot of persons who will be helped, because humanity needs the help. And Ash Mufari is providing that help, not just handing out money and say, here's a couple billion or a couple million, you know, for your project or for your event. No, he is giving us the entire fishing company for us to also teach people to fish so that more persons can have the opportunity. Thank you.
Excellent, sir. Excellent, sir. You explained very well. And sir, you talked about Mr. Ash Mufari, and we all know the genius, the mastermind of this project, Mr. Ash Mufari. I want to know about Mr. Ash Mufari, your opinion. How do you see as a person?
As a person?
Yes.
Oh, mercy. Well, you know, everybody know that he went to, you know, all the schools right up to tertiary and all of that. But as a person, I have never seen so much love pour out of a person. A deep emotional love for people and for humanity. A people person, not faking it. Because yes, you have people that just fake it for the cameras. But no, this is the only CEO, and I've been with many CEOs. I've been with many top persons in companies. And this has been thus far the only CEO for a company that, one, loves people, have a very good sense of humor, laugh with us, meet with us, something that CEO doesn't really do. They normally stay with the elite. And so when you see a man comes and rapport with just the normal people. It behooves me to be cognizant of the fact that this man is exceptional. And so therefore, Ashmafari is definitely a man with a heart, with a character that is exceptional above all the others. Some say that, maybe he's an angel that, just dropped from heaven and came from heaven, sent by the Lord himself. And I maybe agree, because it's only a loving God that could send such a man at a time like this to assist us with the heart that he has for humanity. Thank you.
Yes, sir, you're right, sir, absolutely right. Uh, uh, if I talk about Mr. Aish Mufare, he's qualified, experience, and genius. But beside this, I never seen a CEO who talk about mutual benefit, talk about the other, and who is transparent. So excellent, sir. Sir, Mr. Ash Mufare recently in webinar talked about the people are negative around, and how. So I want to ask from you how we can remove negativity around, and how we can be part of positive.
Unfortunately, Sir Wasim, it is impossible to remove negativity, because unfortunately, jealousy
Yes.
plays a role in our society. And, it doesn't matter. You could be very, very good, a decent person, a loving person. You treat everybody with equality, etc., just like Ashmafari. It doesn't matter. Just because there is jealousy, you're going to have people that is just jealous. And so therefore, they will try to do him harm, even though he's trying to do so much good. You have people that will even bite the hand that feed them. It's just the way of life, unfortunately, that we are living in right now. And so poverty plays that role also. And when you have a person that is suffering and don't know where the next meal is coming from and all of that, they will even rob the person that is trying to help them, because that's also the way of our society today, unfortunately. So we cannot, shy away or move away from negativity, because it is all around us. However, you and I can make the decision to get our mindset correct, so that even though there is so much negativity going on, we can rise above. And how to do that is to start to read. Don't follow your broke cousin or your broke friend. No, move away from that. As I said before, read the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, Robert Kiyosaki, and get that mindset. Because Ashmafari is a reader. If you notice, Ashmafari is a reader, a person that reads.
Yes.
In order to get your mindset, you have to read. And so in spite of the negativities, you can now rise above it and live a better and prosperous life. Thank you.
Excellent, sir. Excellent, sir. Sir, Mr. Ash Mufare told in a webinar, the on passive will give to value. On passive will give value to customers and founders. How you can differentiate with previous companies? How on passive is better than regarding value?
Well, you just said it, Sir Wasim. You just said it. Value. Because let's face it, and that is why the internet is so corrupted. And that is why Ashmafari and on passive is going to correct that corruption, because everybody, most persons on the internet is just about building their bottom dollar. And so they say and do anything just to weave you into their deceptive nets. And that is why you and I, it's so hard to go online, to go on the internet and make it. But Ashmafari is moving the veil so that you and I can have a good footing, a good standing with respect to where a good business and a very decent business model is concerned. And so the correction to the corruption is found in OnPassive, is found with Ashmafari. And so when you come into this company, you'd recognize that correction to the corruption with love and humanity for humanity is tantamount to our direction. Thank you.
Great, excellent, sir. Sir, what is the role of artificial intelligence in the product of OnPassive? How do you see AI marketing an impact on the overall structure of the digital products?
Okay, well, artificial intelligence is not something new. It's just that one, our artificial intelligence is with a heart. That's number one. Ours is with the heart. One, ours are built from the ground up with all our products, not just added in, after, whenever, years of using it and, all right, we're going to add artificial intelligence. No, with our products, artificial intelligence is built into all our products. And so, as we said, artificial intelligence is not new. When you look at your smartphone, you look at, different devices and gadgets that we have, wrist watch now that has so many functions apart from telling a time. Everything have so many functions. You even have a fridge now that you can stand in the store, maybe in Walmart, for those who know Walmart, or you maybe stand in your supermarket and you can go on an app on your phone and actually check what is in your fridge and purchase from the supermarket what you really need, which is missing from your fridge. You have things can do that. All of that is integrated in artificial intelligence. Even with the different speech enabled devices that we have, all of that is also artificial intelligence. Most of us know about Alexa, and we use that device in so many different ways. All of that has artificial intelligence plugged into it. And so artificial intelligence is not new per se, but many persons are not really using it in their product. But as I said, with OnPassive and Ashmafari, we are building our products with artificial intelligence embedded in the fabric of our products. And so that makes the big difference with respect to where our products are concerned. Not only artificial intelligence, but it also has machine learning technology, which if it didn't know something before, then it will learn it. And then the next time it will be there. So our products, we don't use anybody's products, if I might say also. Everything, we are not borrowing anything from any person, from any technology out there. We are building our own products from the ground up. Thank you.
Excellent, sir. You explained very well and wonderful example, sir. Sir, what is your favorite product in OnPassive?
Oh, mercy.
There are many products. I know Many products you like, but what is your favorite one? Difficult question, huh?
What, what, Sir Wasim Anwar,
Yes.
listen, you hit me where it hurts because we are using Zoom. we, we have been using Zoom now, for maybe what
Yes,
two
yes.
years or so. Some using it for a little more,
Still
maybe,
using.
and still using, unfortunately. It's a webinar platform, as most
Yes.
persons know.
Yes, yes.
And don't even talk about the price. We're not going to get into prices because we know that the other webinar platforms are ridiculous in terms of high prices, and that's another part of the corruption.
Yes.
All the products are, good, great that OnPassive has, but as I said, my favorite, my love, my heartbeat would be Oconnect. Oconnect, Sir Wasim, or
Sir,
Oconnect. Oconnect.
99% guest give the name O Connect.
Well, yes, that's because Oconnect it speaks to the core of communication. That's number one. Because when you look at all the other webinar products, what the webinar platform is basically coming all the way from, when we just had rotary phones. I don't know if you remember those days with rotary phones when it has that dialing thing, and a lot of young people don't even know rotary phones.
Yes.
But it operates on the platform of MCU, which is multi-point control unit. That's how it operates. So all the different technology that we have in communication just build on that platform. So even when we come to um um internet, or voice over IP technology, it's still the same thing. All they did was to just build on that old MCU platform. Yes, they move around a few things and they kind of do a little thing, and what have you, and kind of make it a little bit better. But we are not using that technology in Oconnect. We are totally, it's like you buy a house with a nice 5-6 acres of land, but the house is so shabby and leaning to one side and so on. That the only thing you need to do is just scrape it off the land and build from the beginning, from foundation, go up. The same thing that Ashmafari has been doing with OnPassive. He has, not using, as I said, not using anyone's technology, and he's building, especially when you talk about Oconnect, it's a totally brand spanking new technology, which is known as WebRTC. Web Real Time Communication. And so the latency and the drag and that you get, the delay that you get with Zoom and all the other webinar platforms, you're not going to get it with Oconnect. Oconnect is going to be so stable because Oconnect is from your web based web platform straight to my web platform, right? From your browser to my browser, straight, bam. It's not going through these different multiple control points in order to, get to me, which causes that delay that you see in the functionality of these other webinar platforms. So Oconnect, WebRTC, oh hallelujah. When you see, I can just talk about the technology part of it, and you might grasp a little bit based on my excitement or so. But when we see Oconnect in function, we are going to be in awe. Thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you very much, sir. Excellent. No doubt, O Connect is superb, and every product I think is a company. In my opinion, so is huge. On passive is huge, and we are waiting for these products. Soon, inshallah, we'll see these products. Sir, one more important product is Oblast. How obelisk will impact on human life?
Mm. Oh, mercy.
Yes.
You're speaking to the core now of unpassive,
Yes.
because the core of unpassive, of course, is blessing humanity. That is a core of Ashmafari. The heart of humanity is with Ashmafari. And that is why um, we recognize that Oh Bless, which of course is a crowdfunding platform. Unlike other crowdfunding platform, there's no fees. There will be no fees with Oh Bless. Other crowdfunding platform charges you up to 30%. Can you imagine? No, you want to help someone in their dire need with this project. But these corrupted webinar platforms is dipping into that resource and taking out 30%, up to 30%. In other words, if you generated in this project with these crowdfunding platform and you generate $1,000, they are walking away with 300 of your money. $300. Can you imagine? That's just corruption. And so with Ashmafari and on passive, we are going to remove that. Anything you generate for your project, it's yours. It's yours. Because rightfully so. Because you are doing something to help someone else or help a project or help people that are in need, which is like 95% of the world population of 8 billion with a B persons. And so when we are going to also prey on the needy, it doesn't speak well to humanity. And so here comes Ashmafari with on passive, with oh bless, to bless others. And yes, we are already doing that. We are blessing others with oh bless, where people can reap the benefits of service to humanity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. You have cleared the concept of oblast. So people were thinking oblast like other crowdfunding platform, but it's huge than other crowdfunding platform. Amazing, sir. Sir, we all have seen the massive marketing campaign ran in Dubai, and on Burj Khalifa, you talked about Burj Khalifa and floors. What do you think about the impact it has left on overall standing of on passive? And did you feel any kind of change in term of people coming and asking about the company?
Oh, most definitely. Sir Wasim, listen, when you talk about a Guinness Book of World Record building, the tallest building in the world, the most visited country, the most visited city in the world. And Ashmafari with on passive is not only in the largest building, the highest building, over 1 mile, over half mile high in the sky, he has also acquired the highest floor in that building that is purchasable, which is floor 151. So we are at the highest. We're not in the basement. we're not in the garage. We are actually starting on the highest offices that is available to any business on the planet. Can you imagine that? And so just by having, because I have a friend that I spoke to about this business. Yes, he joined because his company, his electronic company, technical company, that he works with now for about 6 or so years. I was speaking to him about on passive and so on, and so we acquire 2 floors on the Burj Khalifa. His mouth literally drop, his jawbone drop in his lap. And he was saying that from 2017, that was even before on passive was, a reality. From 2017, his company is trying to get an office. Sir Wasim, his company, his tech company is trying to get an office in the Burj Khalifa. And they can't get it even up to now. And we just, as it were, came on the scene 2018, so to speak. And we have 2 floors. 2 floors. That speaks to the character of Ash Mufari and to this, the dignity that he has built so far with this company. And therefore, the marketing campaign that is happening right now in the most visited city in the world, the most visited movie theater, the most visited, ice skating. How do you get an ice skating ring on the desert in the first place? Anyway, that is another technicality that is a little bit different from mine. But this is Dubai. And we control over 120 of those big jumbotron televisions and advertising screens that is splashed all over Dubai. Because Ash Mufari is a marketing genius, if I can use that word. And so, yes, we have seen growth within leaps and bounds as a result of that incredible move on the behalf of the skills of Ash Mufari marketing abilities. And so, yes, we have seen a lot of growth came as a result of marketing in Dubai. Yes, we might say, why just that one little section of the planet? Because millions of people visit that one little section of the planet every single day, millions of people. And so that was the most, brilliant move on the behalf of Ash Mufari, our great, wonderful CEO and man with the heart for humanity. Thank you.
Excellent, sir. Excellent, sir. Sir, there are many events are coming in next coming month, and you have seen recent UK and Ireland and Germany events as well, and Mr. Charles went to Cameroon. So, how do you see these events? What is your opinion about these events?
Fantastic. These events, you see, even with the YouTube channels that most of us have now, what it does is that it brings on passive to the world. That's what, even your interview that you're doing, on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, etc., etc. What it is doing, it is bringing an awareness to the populace at large that on passive is here. Yes, we have not launched yet to the public. So when we launch, can you imagine the effect, the explosive effect that it's going to have on this entire world? So even people on the moon, walking on the moon, is going to see the effect that on passive is going to have on this society that we are living in. Because every corner you look now on the internet, you are seeing on passive. I went to a person's house the other day, and they have one of those streaming device on their TV. And when I went to the YouTube channel, their YouTube channel, not mine, not channel, I mean, just YouTube, just went to YouTube to pull up something so that they could look at. And as I went on their YouTube, the YouTube that is on their device, bam, the first 4 videos was something with unpassive. I said, what? I mean, I see that on my YouTube when I go to YouTube on my computer, because I know that I frequently visit those places on YouTube. But when I go to someone else's and they are logged in with their email and they are not in unpassive, they are not in unpassive, they have nothing to do. Never heard it before until I came there the day, which was about a week ago. So then didn't know anything about unpassive. But when I went to YouTube on their device, there was unpassive right there, up front and center. So this is what we are talking about. And if this is happening now in respective to where unpassive is concerned, my goodness, the strategy that is incorporated in Ash Mafari's brain for marketing is second to none. And so we have a great and a bright future in and with unpassive. Thank you.
Wonderful, sir. Sir, last question. As we all know, foundership has been closed forever. And what is next phase you see?
Well, the only next phase which Ash Mafari talks about is to get to the global launch, which that is what we are working on now. That is what is being implemented now. So we are getting the readiness from the tech team in unpassive, and also the legal team, because we are operating legally in over 200 countries, right? We are registered in about 4+ countries as a business, as a company, brick and mortar, so we are here to stay. We are not a figment of someone's imagination. No, we are here to stay. And so we are looking into the phase of now selling our products. That's it. Selling our products. So whatever the steps are now individually, we should have a meeting with him very soon, either today or tomorrow. All of us as founders should be meeting with him to give an outline of the steps to be taken to go into those phases. So we are just waiting on our CEO, Ash Mafari, patiently, because this is his dream. And so we are all in anticipation of the unfolding of this humanitarian business company. This man that has brought the love for humanity in all of our hearts, because he, Ash Mafari, our CEO, is a man with a heart and a love for humanity. I thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. It was very informative session. Sir, in last, any message for Pakistani founders?
My fellow founders, and we are all founders.
Yes.
My fellow founders, I just want to say, let us see the vision of Ash Mafari. Create our own vision, that as soon as this vision materialize, you and I, with the visions that we created, that is in alignment with Ash Mafari and is love towards humanity will be manifested 1.4 million folds, so that the future of humanity will be prosperous and bright, so that we will live more harmoniously with each other. I thank you very much.
Excellent, sir. Sir, thank you very much. Thanks, you gave me your precious time, and we'll see you in next session. Thank you very much. Bye bye. We are so in it to win it.
So in it to win it at the top.
At the top.